Lads, here we go. Your two Olympic silver medalists, Gary and Paul O'Donovan. I'm not as polished as Jackie Hurley now, so you'll have to bear with me a small bit. But yesterday was the first time I met the two lads since before Rio, and I didn't know whether to ask for an autograph or an interview. So, but to start off with, lads, to see the welcome here tonight, like it's fantastic. Like you kind of left Lachine as two normal young fellas. You've come back as national heroes and celebrities. How does it feel?
I know it's absolutely fantastic to see the crowd here again tonight, and the kids are exceptional, really. And I think there's a lot of people in the crowd there are glad the rain came down so they could hide the tears and that. I think whatever about Ireland, like in fairness to this community and Lachine and Aughadown and whatever, but I think everyone knew in their hearts before we were going out that we were heroes and we were kind of treated like that even before we left. So I think there's no different now really that we're standing here with two medals like that. They've just been so supportive since we've just been growing up really, like, and everyone, all the neighbours and family and friends and everything. So it's fantastic to see everyone gathered here tonight again. Fair play to you.
One. On the road down with Kenneth in the car, we stopped off in a couple of places along the way. When we said it, we stopped off in the hands, and on the road down, we said to each other that one of the main things we noticed was that the further west we came, the closer we got to home, the less people cared about seeing the medal and the more they cared about seeing us.
Is it actually hard to get your head around the fact that you're now national figures, that your two faces have been in the front pages and the back pages of every newspaper in the country, even worldwide? Is it hard to kind of comprehend that?
We haven't seen any of the newspapers yet. Nana has a cupboard full from above in Ballincollig, so we get a chance to look through them.
I think the whole nation's going to see this Friday night. You have a certain Mr. Tubridy up in the late show. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, should be a bit of crack, right, the chapter, right. Might do a better job than yourself.
We might ask him a few questions.
I think the first guest up on Friday night is a certain boxer from the north, Mikey Conlon, and he made a comment after the final that he was going to box the head off you. So what happened when you actually got back to the village and you met up with Mikey Conlon?
You know what, he left us off, but we left him off when he lost his match. We went easy on each other.
It's fantastic. We all saw the Olympic final again last night, but what actually happens before the final, the preparation right before, like how do you get the boat down to the water? Because for people outside the road who don't have the insight, how do you start the race? How do you get down to the start line, warm up and so on?
So we got up at 5:20 or something like that morning, and we didn't have time to have the breakfast. Well, we had to weigh in anyway, so we weren't able to. So we just got up, went straight down onto the bus, and it was about nearly 3/4 of an hour anyway in the bus down to the rowing course. And so you get off the bus there and you go into the weigh-in room and you check the weight and you make sure all that's okay. And I think we were a little bit under at the time, so we had a bit of bread and a sup of water and stuff. And but we were watching all the others, like the South Africans and the British and all them. They're a little bit taller, so they were sweating out in the bike and stuff, so we could have a nice little laugh at them. Yeah. But anyway, so all the 6 crews then were in the final. They all gather in the weigh-in room together, like, and everyone's fierce tense, like, and sure, the way myself and Gary are like that. I know that they find it off-putting that we're so relaxed in there and just up for the banter, but they call us up then by the lane number, and we go in behind the big partition, and there's officials there, and we stand on the scales, and they print off the number then, and it's all official and all that kind of stuff. So that's fine, and then you go straight then to kind of refuel and get a bit of water on board and stuff like that. And then Dominic, he'd be the morning then just polishing the boat flat out, like, he's incredible. Just be spotless. So.
Good stuff there. You're leading straight on to the next question. Dominic Casey, and obviously this is Dominic's home parish as well. What can you say about the man? He's been an inspiration. He's taught you so much as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely outstanding, but yeah, it's hard to find words to describe him now at this stage. Like, he's after doing so much, you know. He's just an exception, really. I don't think there's anyone else like him really in the world, nearly.
This is the very soppy, emotional question. This is the soppy, emotional question. Have the two of you taken time out yet together to kind of reflect on what you've achieved the last couple of weeks? Obviously, we have a world champion here as well in Paul, and like 2 Olympic silver medalists. Have you sat down? Have you had a minute to yourselves to kind of say, Christ, lads, we've done well?
Not really, you know. Actually, we're just happy to kind of join the celebrations and everyone else, really. And Joe's been incredible, and we're delighted to be able to come back to such a warm welcome now.
Second last question: which is harder, the celebrations at the week of a homecoming or the week of an Olympics? Which is the more tiring physically and emotionally?
The Olympics is easy. You just you spend the day in bed and you go down to the rowing course and you row for 6 minutes and that's it.
Kind of final question. So, when I was kind of put up to this, this is for you, Paul. This pull like a dog kind of statement now, it's obviously the hashtag national and stuff, but there's rumours when you go back to college that you're hoping to bring it into your college life as well. So any truth in that?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Fantastic, lads. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
Just before I finish up, there's some very important people up here on the stage as well. Skipperine sent 6 athletes over to the World Rowing Championships, and they all did fantastically well, and I think they all deserve a huge round of applause. So I'm going to ask Shane, Emily, Aoife, Jake and Finton to all come forward to take a stand up, let's come out here to the front and